All right, everybody, it looks like we are live. Got my music up again, and build cam looks good. All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're gonna be working on Pirates of the Caribbean again with this loading area. Let me I see Scott's in the chat. It's let's see. We're gonna be working on the loading area again. Maybe trying to fill in some of these plates and probably this back wall. Maybe the control booth also potentially. We'll see what happens, I guess. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna make a post. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up the stream on my phone really quick, just so I can have a view of what it looks like from the viewer's perspective. All right, we should be good. How are you doing tonight? I'm pretty excited to get back to this and make some more progress. I'm pretty good. Yeah. I'm liking that I'm getting back to the. Oh yeah, it's a trap shirt. It's got like a mouse trap down here. It's kind of funny. It's got all these little extras to the quote, but it's a pretty fun shirt. But yeah, I'm excited to get back to this, and I'm glad that I'm doing these streams once a week again, because then it kind of forces me to make some content and make some progress also. So happy to do this. I think I found kind of the nice sweet spot too for like going live. I think the nice sweet spot is probably around like 5 or 6 or 7 o'clock, somewhere around there. So yeah. Maybe gotta turn this around, because we're gonna be working on this end first. Yeah. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm gonna take a look at a little bit of reference really quick. Give me 1 second. Actually, I think I have some better pictures on my phone. Let me look. I don't. Well. Alright, I think I should be good to get back to this. Before I had this, here, I'll show it on this camera. I had kind of this wall on the back with the little window here. I think this time, well, and I also had this part of the wall, so I think it went kind of like this. But that only filled up, it only went about this far. And in the actual ride, the wall goes all the way down to the end, which is how I think I want to do it. So I think first I gotta just find a bunch of these. I gotta find a bunch of these dark brown tiles if I have any, so I can make more walls like this. And then I might transfer these to better colors, because these colors are kind of the wrong idea. Yeah, the brown is a very delicate type of piece. Well, and so is the dark red too. Because, like, all that stuff, the dark brown, the regular brown, or I guess the reddish brown technically, and the dark red, all of it is so brittle. Yeah, that red. But you know what's interesting? I was thinking about this the other day. What's interesting is that some of my parts that are like from like the early 2000s, like some of the earlier brown pieces and stuff, are like still in just fine shape. But I have like sets from like just a couple ago that I've like taken apart and put away after being on display for a while, and those ones are now like breaking, and it's like, that kind of sucks. Like I actually think it might be the new brown formula that breaks more than some of the old brown colors, because you can kind of tell if you have some of those old parts how they're like a slightly different hue of brown. And it's, yeah, I don't know if I have one on me right now, but you can just tell it's like it's that slightly older version of the same color. And those ones for the most part are just fine, but the new brown, well, I don't know, it might have gotten fixed. It's hard to say, but I'm trying to think. I had a set that I was taking apart that's just like a couple years old. I don't remember what it was. It was some sort of, probably a Star Wars or Harry Potter or Ninjago, something like that. That's just was like a couple years old. And I was taking it apart, and one of the pieces cracked. So I was like, I don't know, maybe it's fixed. Maybe it's fixed now, but maybe not. It's really hard to say. And I don't think Lego really knows either, because it's only after a certain amount of time that it starts deteriorating too. So But I think if I were Lego, I would probably make it one of my top priorities to get that brown color fixed. Um, because otherwise, like, it's kind of sad to just get a set and then it's basically just destined to break. Um, like, who knows? They made like the big Ultimate Collector series, Java's Sail Barge. I think that was just last year or the year before, or something like that. Not last year, yeah, the year before last year. And if that set is not fixed, then it's just gonna be like you give it a couple years, and then it's gonna be like completely just in pieces, probably. So. um, I don't know. I should probably just get some more dark brown tiles, but for right now, I would kind of like to finish this. So I'm gonna try and find as many of them that I can out of my bin of parts that I've got here. And then I've got another bin to look through all of them. So. Yeah, I've got some background music playing. I don't know how loud it is though. You'll have to let me know if it's about if it's about good or if I should turn it up a little bit. Um, because I can't really tell from my position here if it's like a good volume or if it's, I don't know, too quiet maybe. All right. If it's good, then that's. Yeah, I didn't want to turn it up too much because I don't want to blast the volume. This part is pretty useful because I need more of these. You can see I've got most of these like brown pieces for the gates, but I need a few more, so that's good. I think I'm missing 3 for the last couple of spots here. And then I'm gonna put these tiles behind it because they have like these little spots for people to sort of wait on before you get on a boat. But those are for. Not finding. It doesn't really have to be finished on any sort of timeline necessarily. I'm gonna try and have it done or pretty close to done, hopefully this summer. Because then I'm hoping to go to a couple more shows, and it would be nice to have at least the main parts completely done. So we'll see. I don't know personally how long it's gonna take because a lot of it is still pretty unfinished, but Um, yeah, I'm not quite sure yet. Give me one sec. I'm gonna grab this other bin and see if I can find some more dark brown tiles and stuff out of it. Got this big long with this has got most of my plates and tiles in here, so. Too long. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't really have a ton of dark brown parts anymore, so I think. Um, all right. Okay, so then I'm gonna see what I need to do to sort of make this, I had this built before, but I'm gonna pull up a reference picture. There is, okay, so you watched a Beyond the Brick video where they were interviewing someone who did a water park mock with real water. That sounds pretty cool. I haven't seen that one. Maybe I'll have to look that up after the stream and go watch it. So obviously I don't have time to watch all of their videos, but that does sound pretty cool. Here, give me one second. Yeah, the real water stuff is, I don't know, it's just, it's kind of this next frontier of things that I think would be nice in Lego MOCs, especially something like a water park or like the Pirates, for example. So it's my okay. Anyway, I was just seeing some reference pictures so I could work. But yeah, I'll have to go check that out. I've not seen that one yet. And I remember there was another guy a couple years ago that made a Pirates of the Caribbean sort of MOC with real water also. So I think I don't know, it seems to me like it's starting to become more of a thing that you might see more often, where people are putting like some water elements and like real water and stuff in their MOCs. I don't know if I put a hole here, but I don't know if it's actually going to be useful. But yeah, just trying to think how I want to best do this. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna build just a back wall, maybe one stud further in, so then I have some room to feed wires inside of the wall. Because this is something that I'm attempting to do now, is to actually have a proper designated area for like wires to pass inside of the walls of stuff instead of having it all over the place. So just experimenting, seeing what I can actually do with that, because I don't really know what to do ultimately a lot of the time. Well, I put these oh, this poor puppy, my dog, is like wanting attention right now, but I'm in the middle of a stream. Okay. So if I have a wall here, not really enough space for the loading area, but then I would have enough room to put the wire in there. Maybe that's okay. All right, I know what I'm gonna do. Just gonna move this in by one stud, which uh, shouldn't be too big of a deal, hopefully. And over here, Alright guys, I'm officially unmuted again. She was just making some food in the background, so I didn't want all that noise on the stream, but anyway. So what we've got going on here, I've got I guess plates back here, and then a layer of tiles in front. Yeah, thank you. I'm back. And we're gonna make some wall sections like this, and the walls are gonna go over the tiles and then be connected at the back. So that's the general plan here. And then I've got little holes so that I can feed wires up inside of the wall to illuminate windows along here, and to I guess to also then feed wires to light up like the lights out here and stuff. So that's basically the plan. I don't think I'll have enough of these dark brown parts to make this. If you look up close, it is actually a slatted pattern there. I don't think I'll have enough to do that right now, but as long as I've got the back panels, it'll be easy to go through later on once I have the correct pieces to just go and, just put them on there. So that's basically what I'm planning on doing. I don't like the green though. I don't like the green very much. I think I'll have to move these parts over onto this beige one, just so that it's not as visually, I don't know. I just don't like the green, so I think I'm gonna transfer over these parts very carefully, because of dark brown does not like to adapt. And we've been live for about 40 minutes. I think last stream I did was like about 2 hours, so this will probably be about a 2-hour stream as well. We're gonna try and get as much of this built back up as possible. I was actually looking at some of my older videos the other day, because I was just trying to spruce up the channel in little ways here and there a little bit. And I was seeing that the video that I had, the original loading area, was like my third, I think it was my third Pirates update. Because I had like, no, maybe not my third, but it was like my third or fourth Pirates update. And obviously we've come kind of a long way since then, adding so much to this project now that it's just kind of crazy to think back. But this will be a lot more strong, because essentially before this piece wasn't going to be able to come out very easily without it falling apart. It kind of needed the support of the track pieces to actually work, and so I just kind of needed to do this. But I'm also happy that I did, because this piece was one of my first ones, and there are yes, I hope to get more subs, hopefully. I think one of my next strategies that I plan on doing is to at least do like a couple YouTube shorts here and there, because I feel like those can actually get out into the universe, into the, I don't know, into the internet a little bit better than some of the actual long form type videos that I make. Because like the full videos that I do seem like they only get like, you know, a few people actually even see them. I don't know exactly how many people see like the streams. I think the streams get recommended a little bit more than the videos do, but hoping to get to I don't know, maybe 500 this year. Yeah, well, the shorts, I think, because even me, there's like some Lego channels that, or Lego mock channels, because that's mostly what I watch as far as Lego content goes. They'll just see their like YouTube shorts pop up every once in a while and be like, oh, that's pretty cool what they did there. So I think that's one of the better strategies, definitely. Because I think the overall the attitude or whatever has somewhat shifted a little bit, because I think back in the day, like, obvious shorts wasn't even a thing like a while ago, but now that YouTube shorts have kind of taken off a little bit more, I feel like you can actually get some people, you know, maybe they see a short and then they're like, oh, I wonder what else this guy has on his channel or something like that, right? So yeah. Anyway, here's my first wall section. This one's going to be going right here at the sort of at the start of the, this is the way you would come in if you were getting into the ride. This is the start of the hallway there. So yeah, it turned out pretty well. You know, my camera's not that great. This one's better. You can see looks. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. I need to find a way to access my, I call it the specialty parts bin, where I keep all of the better slopes and the pieces with studs on the side. I'm just gonna go grab a bunch of the parts with the studs on the side really quick, and I'll be right back. Got a few of them here, but then I've got this whole bin full of more of the, like I said, the more specialty type pieces. So can get all of the parts necessary. These are pretty good, actually. Those will be pretty strong. I think these, not for sure. No, those don't actually work. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well. That's okay. We'll just use these. Got one there, and I think we'll do it like every 16 studs. So we'll have this one here, and then this next chunk, which I actually have to modify, because I think I'll take the window off of there, make a window slot so that I can put a light behind it, and then have this next piece That's what I'm gonna do. So I guess the window slot is gonna have to take double the space of the regular slot. And then there's like one more window that I'm gonna put in. That's gonna be a little bit bigger window, so that's the plan there. So here's this piece. I don't think I'm going to change this a bunch, even though this is, I don't know if you guys can tell, this is that, like that light, very light yellow color, but it won't matter as much because it's not at the edge. I don't think you'll be able to see it at all because I'm going to cover over the tops and obviously the backs of all of this, so it won't matter as much. This little window here is gonna go right on there. I don't know. Guess I need a couple more plates. I don't know how I'm gonna do this actually. I think guess I would need it 2x3. Two by 4 and then a 1x2. I don't know if we've talked about the smart brick. What do you think about it? I honestly don't know if I have much of an opinion on it, to be honest. I think, at least from my point of view, it's just another thing that Lego is just doing for some reason. I don't really see many long-lasting benefits to something like the smart brick. Like it's just like another thing that they're doing. Like it feels very similar to just kind of another video or another yeah, I mean it's cool in like its essence. Like it's kind of like, oh yeah, look at all these things that it can do, right? But but then it's like, well, then you actually get to what they've done with it and it's like, oh, okay. I mean, it's still nice, I guess. I think, yeah, that's kind of part of the point, right? Is like Lego, you're supposed to, I mean, Lego is like a building toy. It's not really like much about the tech. I was saying it the other day. I think Lego, if they wanted to actually do some technology with the actual sets, they should make their own like better light kits and stuff for like the bigger sets so that you could get like, I don't know, one of the modular buildings, for example, and you could get like an actual Lego light kit that would actually work really well with it. But I don't know. I don't know why they haven't done that, but instead they're like doing this like smart brick thing that can do some lights and sounds and stuff, I guess. But I mean, I guess personally I'm just like, this doesn't seem like really that uh put it, but it just doesn't seem like much of a. Yeah, well, the sounds, I don't know, because honestly, I haven't watched a bunch of videos on the Smart Brick yet, but it seems like the sounds, they probably can't get the original licensed sounds from the movies and stuff. So, like, if you can't even get the actual sounds of like the TIE fighter or the X-Wing or something like that, like, is there really even a point in having these sounds? I don't know. I guess that's probably part of the debate there, is like, is this is this worth it? I don't know. Is it really going to be like more fun? Yeah, I mean it's just like, is this going to be more fun than just having, I don't know, an X-Wing set or something, or having a TIE fighter set? I don't know. And then the other set, the it's like the throne room duel. I don't know what the name of the set is, with like Emperor Palpatine's like chair and stuff from Return of the Jedi. It just looks to me like they made a, I don't know, maybe a worse knockoff of the original Ultimate Lightsaber Duel, like the Ultimate Lightsaber Duel with like Anakin and Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith. They made that set back in like 2005 or whatever, and it just seems like this isn't like a better use of the stuff. I guess I don't know exactly how better to put it. Yeah, the one, well, and that set also had the light up lightsaber figures. So like both Anakin and Obi-Wan actually had light up lightsabers. And then I have one of the turning pieces, like the platforms, because then the platforms was that if you turned the pole, it would actually spin the characters. And that seemed to me to be like just kind of a very cool set, what they did with that. But this seems, I don't know, it just seems, I don't know about lame. I don't know if I would even call it lame. It just feels very much like they made some technology and then didn't know what the hell to do with it. It was just like, well, um, we made this stuff, but I don't know. Let's put it in a Star Wars set, or let's yeah. And then I know it's probably a minor complaint, but the sets themselves aren't really the best looking sets either. Like the sets are very like uh like the TIE fighter, like the whole back is missing and the colors are all wrong and stuff. And then the X-Wing, like they had to make a like worse cockpit piece or something. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'm the only one, but like they are really pretty bad. Like the Smart Brick itself is just like a 2x4. Like you're telling me you can't fit this in any other way? Like you can't find some good way to just put it in there? No, you gotta have the whole thing, like you gotta have this giant open spot. Like what? That just sounds like uh that just sounds like bad engineering to some level. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Lego Star Wars in particular, I feel like is in kind of a really bad spot. Like I've seen the sets that they're releasing next year, besides the Smart Break sets, of course. Um, like those sets are no, there just doesn't look to be anything like exciting or neat or anything. I don't even remember pictures. Like I have the older BB-8. I don't think I have it out. Like I have the BB-8 set from whenever The Last Jedi came out. Probably that was like 2018 or something like that. 2017 maybe, something like that. And that set was like $100 back when it came out. And it's just such a bigger set than what they just came out with. Like, we just came out with another BB-8 build, and it's like so tiny, and it's I think it's like $90 or something like that. And like obviously Lego has their own sort of inflation and stuff, but like at some point, I just don't think that these sets are even really going to sell very well. And yeah, I mean, I don't want to be that one to like complain about everything, but it just seems to me like they're in sort of a bad spot. And yeah, like the sets themselves are like really kind of small. Like I got hi puppy. The puppy's back, everybody. Look, here she is. There she is. She wants attention. What was I saying? For example, they made a turbo tank set. Nini. No, go away. I'll be done soon, okay? I'll be done soon, I promise. What was it? Like a turbo tank though from earlier from like the summer this past year, where it was yeah, and it had like the Galactic Marine guys, gosh, what's his name, Moondy's troopers, and it's like those guys are cool. That's true. Like the figures are nice, but like I don't know if you read any of the Brickset like articles. That's kind of my main place to see all of the new Lego news. But Brickset published like a whole article saying how that thing just falls apart. Like the top of the turbo tank is like not even supported. So it'll just, you know, yeah, for lack of better words, it'll just fall apart. You gotta give me 1 second here. I'm gonna pull up. I might have some more of the pieces that I need in here. I've got like all of these. These are all like new pieces, but they're very specific for like only some. And then that set is like really small. It's like the smallest one they've made, and it's like $160 or $170 or something like that. And it's just like, well, you made sort of a bad product, and then you're wanting to sell it for this much. It's like I don't know. I guess I don't really have a problem with that, but it just seems to me like eventually you're not going to make as much money because you're going to be turning people away that will look at this and be like, this is kind of a scam, you know? Um, all right. I found more of the, I didn't want to take too much time, but I found more of these type parts that I needed for this back wall design. Um, Nini, no! She's just being a nuisance now. Um, um, yeah, well, like, gosh, I made a whole video complaining about Harry Potter sets. I think that was like probably a couple years ago now. But genuinely, Harry Potter sets have gotten better. If you look at some of the newer sets, they're actually not terrible. And I'm like, wow, good on you, Harry Potter. And then I look at Star Wars, and it's like, wow, these sets are. I mean, they are honestly worse than a lot of the sets from when I was, you know, growing up. Like, they're not good. And I don't know, I mean, some people might like it, but I gotta say that Death Star is like the ugliest set I've ever seen. Like, I don't know whose thought it was to make that set, but it's kind of like you take the concept of the original Death Star playset where you have all the little rooms and stuff, and you sort of expand that out into being a set that costs twice the amount of money. Literally twice the amount of money. Wait a second, I screwed this up. And yet, like, it's yeah, I mean, I feel like it should. I don't know. It just looks just kind of like a hodgepodge, just sort of a thing like that, and not like a high quality build really at all. So I don't know. I mean, it's not the worst stuff I've ever seen, but it's definitely not the best. And I feel like yeah, it probably should have been a diorama, honestly. Because yeah, it's UCS, but it I don't know. It just looks like such. I don't know. Maybe it's just not my cup of tea. I don't know. Because yeah, personally, it's just not something that I could ever see myself purchasing. And that's coming from somebody who has bought like some of the most expensive sets. I got the Millennium Falcon and I got the AT-AT on sale, but I still spent quite a bit of money on it. I don't think I could ever see myself getting this this Death Star because yeah, I guess just from a personal level, I just don't like the way it looks at all. I really don't want to be this much of a hater about it, but it doesn't look very appealing. Because because they've got all these rooms and stuff, and okay, that's fine, but it feels to me like you should have a little bit more going on than just that. And also the figure selection is like kind of so-so. There's only a few figures in there that are really like cool in my opinion. Like I don't know, they made a better Krennic figure and they made a better Galen Erso figure. I think both of those are pretty nice, but a lot of these other ones are just, you know, the same characters that you could get in basically any old Star Wars stuff. You don't have to buy this one. Yeah, probably least favorite UCS set, and honestly, it probably is. Like, I'm not a super huge fan of the, like, a lot of the UCS sets, but like I haven't bought a lot of them, obviously, but this is probably maybe the worst ever that they've ever made. Like, I'd have to go ahead and look through all the UCS sets to be sure about that, but yeah, it probably is. So so I need a couple plates. Oh, I don't know what to do with this pen. So I was saying, I guess just that, like, yeah, for lack of better words, I don't know, Star Wars is like, okay, you gotta give me a second. I gotta go put some more wood on the fire. I will be right back. Give me maybe like 30 seconds. All right, everybody, I am back. Just have to put a little bit of wood to keep the fire going. Okay, Jabba's sail barge. Do I like it? Obviously, I don't have it. Maybe that's not obvious. I don't have that set. I don't hate it, but it's not really something that I would probably spend money on. It's not it's not really the same though, like the Death Star is, because I feel like obviously I think it's twice as cheap. I think it's a $500 set or somewhere around there, and the figure selection is good, and the build is overall like pretty nice. The one thing for me is just that I don't think it improves that much over the playset versions that they've made in the past. So I think like I've got a sail barge over there on the set on the shelf, which is the like 2011 one, or it's like the 2012 sail barge. I think that set accomplishes all of the same things, and it takes up less space. That's the only thing for me, is I don't think it improves that much upon the playset. But other than that, no, I think it's a pretty good set. Like I don't think it's necessarily overpriced either. Obviously, you are taking that risk with the brown. I have no idea whether or not they have fixed it now, maybe. So maybe if you do buy it, it won't break later on, but it is kind of, as of right now, I'd say it's still kind of a hazard where we don't really know if, your set might just combust. So yeah, that's just kind of the big thing is, you might be taking a risk as far as the just the overall gosh, my words are not coming to me right now. Just the overall, I guess, set just might not yeah, no, it's probably 1,000 times better than the Death Star for sure. I have no disagreement there. My only thing is it's just not probably something I would buy, but I do think it's for the right people it is probably pretty good. The Death Star set is like on a whole different level where it's like, I don't know if anybody should really be buying it because it just does not seem worth it at all. But the sail barge is like, oh, this is not bad, right? And it's just not something that I would probably spend money on. But that's also coming from somebody who spends, like, nowadays I spend most of my money just most of my extra money that I do on hobbies and stuff, I just spend it on Pirates of the Caribbean. So it's not really I don't really buy a lot of sets. Like, especially more recently, I have not been buying a ton of sets, even though there are some that I'm like, these are nice sets. I just have not been buying them because I just haven't really wanted to spend money on much else besides this. So I guess that's where I'm at with that. Anyway, this is how this is looking. We've got the back wall, and we've got a window here and another window here, and the double doors there. What's that doing? I don't know. I think I need some of these. I've got all of these giant wall pieces that I've been using in so the green part, you're probably talking about this big green wall. I'm gonna cover that with dark brown tiles at some point. I don't really have enough to do it right now, but I'll probably do a little bit of tiling, and then I gotta detail in like another, I think I need to detail in like another couple of doors here on there. It's just gonna be covered over, so it doesn't really matter the color right now. So yeah, it's just what I've got. Because in the ride, they just have sort of this wood panel slat look all the way down to the end. And then it sort of actually continues along the corner a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm doing. Originally with this piece, I did not have it look that way. But now I'm just trying to take it to that next step toward realism for how the ride actually looks. And also you're not going to see it from the back either, because along the back, I'm going to build another wall so that there's a gap in between. You can see that gap for the wires. So you won't even see the green from the back either. So actually this side is kind of the front, actually. It's sort of the prime viewing side is this side when I've got it all set up at shows and stuff. But yeah. What time is it? It's around 8 o'clock here where I'm at. We've been going for a little over an hour. I don't know, my puppy is not happy right now either, so who knows? I might be calling it pretty soon. I don't know. I think I want to get a little bit more done first. Maybe get this back wall completed. Yeah. She doesn't get it because most of the rest of the time when I'm at home here, I'm just like not doing too much for the most part. But then right now when I have to like sit here and set aside some time to do a stream, then she gets kind of annoyed. So. I don't know if you guys can really see this. Let me adjust the build camera here. There we go, that's better. And you guys can see these pieces that I'm putting down. I'll grab some more bricks. Got all these, some bricks in this medium nougat color. I don't know. I must have misplaced my 1x2s. Oh well. I'll find them. They'll turn up eventually. It's probably in one of my other bins, but there's just like too many different collections of parts that I've got now to think about. So. Needed this 2x2 to go right here. Make this corner nice and strong. Wait a minute. These are how tall? I think these are 2 flats. Two plates plus a full brick tall. After Pirates, who knows? Honestly, I think if I was gonna do something big like this again, I would probably have to first find a place to put it, because my table can barely fit just this project all by itself, and it's not really even big enough to even fit all of the pieces of the project. So I think first I would have to find some space, but I think my older brother Caden, who I think maybe he's been in one of these videos or something, who does kind of the lights, sounds, all that kind of stuff, goes to shows with me, that kind of thing. His favorite ride is the Tower of Terror. So maybe we would do a Tower of Terror walk, maybe either the Florida one or the old one that they had at Disneyland that they eventually took out. I think that would be kind of a cool build to do, and get the elevators and all that stuff. It's kind of an aesthetically pleasing building, versus Pirates is kind of how to put it. Pirates is like, it's very strangely laid out. I think it's somewhat hard to see the important bits. So the Tower of Terror would probably be a more better laid out. I don't know how to put it, but it's just like I guess just the building is just nice to look at, so that might be cool. Or who knows, maybe a Haunted Mansion mock or something like that. But like I said, I would have to get the proper space to do it first, so. I'm gonna go see if I have a 2x4 in medium nougat to put there, because my 2x4s are in another bin over here, so I'm gonna go look. Let me double check, see if the stream is looking good. Probably is. Yeah, we're looking good. All right. Yeah, probably. I think it's kind of my thing now, to be honest. I really have enjoyed making this this block, and I think I would probably stick within the same general genre, or I guess type. But yeah, we'll see when that happens. It might take me a couple more years even to be done with this project. So at that point, I'll have to assess and see what seems like a good idea. This is gonna be awkward to get this going. I don't think I'm gonna finish off the corner. Over here, because I've got kind of this corner area where I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with it yet. So I don't think I'm gonna finish that off yet. All right, well, all right, I'm gonna try and finish, or at least basically finish this wall and do a couple more things, and then I think that'll probably be it for tonight. Because I'm just feeling kind of tired. I think next week, hopefully I should be able to start the stream a little bit earlier. I was actually running into some troubles getting it up and going this time, so that kind of delayed the stream a little bit. So hopefully next week it should work out to get the stream going a little bit earlier, because it is getting to be kind of late and still gotta eat some dinner. That's good. It's good that it's looked and sounded pretty good. I am gonna be I have a video that's gonna be coming out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure. Which goes over the Indiana Jones ride vehicle and stuff. So that should be releasing tomorrow. I wanted to wait until the weekend to release it, because I feel like that just gives people, I don't know, just better timing to actually see the video and not skim past it, if you know what I mean. Yeah, and in that video there should be I included the link to the instruction manuals that I made, so if you want to make one of those Jeeps, I've got the stuff to do it, so. But yeah, should be a pretty good little video there. And yeah, I don't know if I have much else to say, but that is going to be Um, that is going to be releasing tomorrow, so that should be kind of exciting. Yeah. Don't know if I have a lot else to say about it, but I did spend a little bit of time on Wednesday editing that whole thing, so should be fairly like watchable. So yeah. Yeah, the ride vehicle, yeah. Yeah, I was pretty happy with how that turned out. All things considered, like stupid hair getting in my face. Like all things considered, it was it did turn out looking pretty nice overall, so yeah. So anyway, yeah, so anyway, that video will be coming out tomorrow. I sort of go over all the little details on there and stuff, and yeah, a link to my full instructions that I made, which turned out pretty nice also. I don't know, it's not super easy to get the parts for it, obviously, but it did look pretty nice. So I don't know, this window's kind of large, but it is kind of accurate in scale with how the ride actually looks. So what do you think of the music that I've got? I think it's pretty nice to have some background audio for the stream. Like it seems like I've gotten a little bit better every single time that I've done a stream, so wait a second. Is that actually right? Yeah, I guess that's right. Okay. Yeah, it's some nice little lo-fi royalty free, but I did include the proper credit in the description. So the one that I found, this music, they said it was fine to use it in videos and stuff, as long as you give the proper credit to the original creator. That's what I did. Right, almost done. with what I was gonna do here. Just got like couple more layers here for this back wall, and then we'll call it a night. I've still gotta go make dinner and stuff, so yeah. I'll show what this looks like once actually, I'm gonna put it back on here. That'll be easier. Bag is kind of making a lot of glare on the stream, so give me a second. What's going on here? Oh, that's a problem. Okay. There we go. That's how we do it. Ooh, almost pushed that off the table. Alrighty, everybody, we've got this nice back wall to the build, just so we can cover over some of the wires and provide some structural support for the front of it. This camera is kind of hard to deal with. There we go. So you can see we have sort of this whole wall here with the loading area, done. And I just have to make it look nicer now. But with that, I think that'll probably be it. Thank you. Yeah, it turned out pretty good. Turned out pretty good. But anyway, I think that'll be it for me for tonight. And we'll be back next week with another stream. So hope to see everybody there again around the same time. And do I have anything else to say? I guess not. I hope everybody has a great rest of their evening. Great rest of your evening, everybody. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Yep, you have a good night as well. Bye.